We've deployed on exercise Red Kukri, which involves 2nd 1st Battalion enabling elements from Burnham Camp and the 1st Battalion of the Royal Gurkha Rifles from the British Army. This is the largest exercise we've run in some time at 2nd 1st. There are up to 450 soldiers or participants within the area, with 160 coming from the Royal Gurkha Rifles.
We're really excited to be here. When we arrived in Reefton, we were greeted by a traditional haka, and we managed to respond to that with something not too dissimilar, using our unique Gurkha heritage and culture as well. We're on exercise Pacific Kukri, which is an annual exercise which returns to either New Zealand or Australia on a biannual basis. This year it's Delhi Company's turn to come and train in the New Zealand winter, which is a good change from the jungles of Brunei. The entire group maxes out at about 180 people from the battalion. So about half of those are attachments and enablers. We've brought our mortar platoon, our sniper platoon, our anti-tank platoon, our machine gun platoon and our assault pioneers. So we're about double the size that we would be normally. So it's a multi-phase exercise, so the first half is already completed, so that saw Delhi Company group on our own conducting live fire tactical training down in snowy Tekapo before coming here to join 2-1 for the fieldcraft training exercise. And what this phase is really intended to do is put us out of our comfort zone. As a light role infantry battle group optimised for the jungle, coming into a wintry urban environment is not something we're not trained for, but we don't practice too regularly in our current role. So that's going to present some unique challenges, but particularly among our training objectives is to partner with 2-1 while we're here. So the first half of the exercise was very much about training ourselves on our own. Now we're very much embedded with the 2-1 battle group headquarters and partnering alongside their Alpha company at the same time.
This one is kind of dissected as well.
It's been a while since 2nd 1st Battalion definitely, but the New Zealand Army has been on exercise with the Gurkhas. So this is a great chance for us to meet them and get to know our close partners, and a fantastic learning opportunity for us. Over the last few years, 2nd 1st hasn't spent as much time in the jungle or the close country as we used to, and the Royal Gurkha Rifles, being based in Brunei, spent a lot of time there. So we're really leveraging off that skill set and learning from them and sharing that experience. A real highlight has been the joint tracker tasks. 2nd 1st has been focusing on really regenerating its tracking skill set, and we've got some great experience in the Gurkhas, so we've sent out some mixed patrols to really hone that skill set and learn off each other.
There's huge mutual gain to an exercise like this. We're orbatted completely differently, so we actually possess a number of capabilities that our brother New Zealand unit doesn't actually have. So they might benefit from seeing those pieces of equipment and our sheer numbers and what we can bring to bear. However, we're not optimised for the counterinsurgency environment anymore, which is something that 2-1 have spent a lot of time doing. So whereas when we get into the open country or into the woods and we can bring our more lethal capabilities to bear, actually here in Reefton, we very much feel like the students and are looking forward to learning some lessons about how counterinsurgency operations are being conducted currently. So here in Reefton, we're operating amongst a live population who will interact with the soldiers, some of whom are role-playing as part of the exercise, some of whom aren't, and they're just curious civilians, and the guys are going to have to make that kind of distinction. So the junior soldiers and commanders at every level are really going to have to be cognizant of that in their planning and their posture as they go through. And that decision-making, understanding of posture and approach is valuable for whatever kind of environment that we might want to train for in the future as well.
Joint exercises or combined exercises like this provide an opportunity for us to work with partner nations, particularly close partners like the British. This is something that we need to do as New Zealand, as we don't operate alone overseas, and so we need to be able to work with our partners closely and understand their language, understand how they work, and they need to understand how we work, so we can support each other should the need arise.
And I've mentioned the value already to us in terms of military training and how we can hone our skills and improve professionally. But at the end of the day, our soldiers are human beings and they want to see the world, and that's one of the massive attractions to joining the military generally. And as an expeditionary army, as we are in Britain, that's one of the promises to our troops. So the soldiers of Delhi Company have travelled all around the Indo-Pacific, very few of whom have actually had the opportunity to visit New Zealand. So as well as training alongside 2-1 and in this environment and in this climate, the exercise also seeks to give them a bit of time off to enjoy the hospitality and culture of a country that they've never had the chance to visit previously before. And that just all sort of helps to deliver on the lived experience and make sure that they're enjoying the whole job, not just the hard bits.